I'm Alan Dale, and this is the We Are Tourism podcast. Such a pleasure to be in conversation with people that are having such a wonderful career in such a beautiful sector. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your business?
Okay, my name is Roseann Brook. I own Rocky Brook Acres. I'm second generation owner. I literally started in the tourism business when I was 10, when my mom started the business.
Wow.
We have 12 cottages, 2 larger vacation rentals. So we do a whole mix of business. We're open year round. Right now we're into the snowmobile business. Thank God we have a season this year, but we get most of our clientele are regulars that have been staying with us certainly since I bought the business and before, and now we're seeing their kids coming and stay with us. So
Talk to me about
a lot of loyal followers.
Talk to me about the property itself. Aside from the number of units you have, talk to me about the property and the landscape. What does it have there?
We sit on 50 acres of farmland. My dad was a Second World War veteran, so we're located in Cormac, and Cormac was started for the Second World War veterans returning to create opportunities for them. Cormac was fertile farming land, and it sounded like a bit of a dream, but if you read our history, it was anything but. It was a struggle, but our property sits on the original farm that was granted to my dad, and he was one of the farmers that did stay and make a go of it.
That's an unbelievable story.
Yeah.
That's an unbelievable story. So land granted to him after he returned from service?
Yeah.
What part of was he in the Army, the Navy? Or?
Navy, yeah.
He was in the Navy?
Yeah.
Do you remember what ships he was on? That's a tough question to remember. So your dad in the Navy comes back, is granted this piece of farmland, and that's where this whole...
Yeah.
It's where the whole sort of business exists today.
Yeah, so back in late 70s, my mom was working at the Deer Lake Motel. She saw a need from questions people would ask her. They wanted somewhere to cook some meals, have a cup of tea, and nothing really existed back then. So she thought, my husband has loads of land. She thought it was easy. She'll go start a few cottages, but little did she know the struggles that she'd have to pursue to make that dream happen. Number one, having farmland subdivided to start a commercial business, and then to find the funding to start these cottages. This is the family story. I was told growing up, no one will ever go off the beaten path to stay in cottages.
Yeah.
When she went to government, and now it's our slogan today, our provincial slogan is off the beaten path. So I look at Mom as a visionary, and even though it was her business, she was very creative in getting Dad incorporated into the business. He was a natural storyteller, and so in the evening she'd get him to come out when he'd be finished at the farm and have a chat to people, and he was a natural singer, so every evening they'd have a little event going on. And so I say, before experiential tourism was even a buzzword, they were creating it naturally. Unfortunately, they didn't charge for it, but that's, I guess, part of who we are in tourism. Sometimes in Newfoundland, we naturally give away our talents, but it's for us and for my parents, it was all about creating an experience for someone, and the love of doing that, right?
I tell you, your business is not only a part of the tourism sector, it's a part of Canadian history, what you just described me. What a beautiful story that is. What a wonderful property it sounds like you have. I'd encourage people to get out there and check that out. Thanks for being on the podcast.
Thank you so much.